All right, we're gonna quickly go over how to set up your standing kiosk, your Pulse for Good standing kiosk. So it'll come in a box like this, and you're gonna obviously wanna open things up. There might be one extra box around the outside of this, and you might want 1 or 2 people to do this. It should be about a 20 to 30 minute process. So we're just gonna unbox it. You're gonna have a couple things in there. These will be your hardware. If it's in here, it'll be the hardware to bolt it to the ground if you plan on bolting the standing device to the ground. And then in there will be your instructions on how to set up the kiosk itself. Specifically, the Pulse instructions will be in there, so you can follow that. We're obviously going to go through it live right here for you. So we'll remove all the hardware or all the packaging and then get to the hardware. And you're simply just going to stand this unit up and pull it out of the case. And for demonstration purposes, we'll leave that up in here. But when you take it out of the box and stand it up, it will look like this. You will also have on the back of the device here, you'll have 2 keys with a lanyard, a Pulse lanyard that has shipped with it. And inside you're gonna have a surge protector. We're gonna wanna make sure that once we plug that in, that we do have power. It's kind of, you gotta pay close attention to that, make sure it's on. And you have 10 feet of cord to work with here inside of the unit. So that will already be pre-installed for you, ready to go. So out of the box, all you're gonna need to do is pull the right amount of cable. If you pull too much, you can just simply tuck more back in here, and then you're gonna plug it in. Obviously, in a lobby setting, something like that, if you have extra cable, you're gonna wanna do cable management, any sort of tape, anything like that, to make that look nice. In this case, we have a nice outlet right behind where we're gonna have the kiosk, and stand it up here. You're gonna go through your normal Pulse for Good registration steps, which we'll show you here now. It will sometimes go into this dark mode. Our system will kick in once you enter the Pulse app in most cases, but I'll go ahead and just go. It's very dim, you may not be able to see it there. Sometimes it is nice to check this box. Pulse will typically have these settings changed for you, but just in case, change that to never lock out, auto lock the display. And then if you want to get back to the menu, you can do that 5-finger pinch, get back into the Pulse for Good app, and enter the registration code. The nice thing is that we will have all that device information somewhere on a sticker like this, somewhere usually mounted below on the bottom of the kiosk, just so easily accessible if you don't have the key. In this case, we just have it here. So it is Pulse model 10.2W269. So I'll go ahead and enter that. In this case, enter the registration code is the first question. And you should have been emailed your registration code. In this case, it is just demo for us. Number 1, that tells us we're connected to the internet. If we get this checkbox, this green check mark, saying that we're connected to the right survey. And then in this case, naming your kiosk means you want to name the location where the kiosk is so that your organization can understand or locate it. So in this case, we'll call it the Pulse office. And then we need the device number. Right here. Double check that that's right. If you're having problems seeing what's being typed in, there is this keyboard button that lowers the keyboard. It's just a limitation of the iPad. And then the device model number. So 10.2W269. Let me check that we got that right. It isn't cat sensitive, so that's okay. I'll hit complete setup. You'll see that registering bar, and then in this case, that's our demo survey. Go ahead, twist the key to lock it up, push this top peg down, and that will be locked, and your kiosk is registered and ready to go.